Well, here we are, what would normally be a beautifully pristine, brushed, finished set of concrete. But apparently, the cats decided, or at least one of them, decided it wanted to come and mark its territory by walking through it. So, here's my perfectly beautiful cat statue. Alrighty, here we are. Guess what day it is on Smoke Shack build? Smoke Shack build concrete pad for the smoker. Oh my goodness. Oh look, somebody went and already did the work. I guess what's going to happen is I'm going to have to go over exactly what I did and then check and see if that concrete mixer is going to work, because I don't really want to mix all that concrete by hand. But luckily we got big old orange over there to do all the heavy lifting, because each one of those bags is 80 pounds. But let's get into what we did for that pad right there. All right, pretty simple what we got going on here. We added up how many bags of concrete we had left, and then there's a calculator online that lets you know exactly how big your pad can go. And that's pretty much it, because we had leftover concrete from when we put the posts in. So once we figured out how deep it is and then how big it can be with the amount of concrete we have, or you can conversely do it the right way and decide what kind of pad you want and then put the concrete by it for it. But whatever, I don't care. That you do you, however you want to do. So then I measured out the boards and I laid them down, and I got one of these fancy things right here. It's called a level. And then I put it in and did a whole bunch of shoveling and raking and checked it this way and several places and made sure that it was fairly almost perfectly level. And then I pounded in these little metal pieces right here to hold it in place. I also used a board behind me here to measure from the structure to this corner and this corner to make sure it's square. And then in order to make sure this guy is square, I measured it this way, 64. And then I measured it this way, and 64. So that means that this guy is level and square. And now all we have to do is the back-breaking work of mixing up concrete and then putting it in this guy, letting it spin around and around and around, and then pour it in there. And then, yeah, scree it off, let it sit for a while, and then come back with a brush, and then edger, and then walk away. And then we'll come back some other time and take the form off. Please work, please work, please work. Hello. Yeah, that should be good. That should be perfect. All right, we have a brush, an edger, and a float. The float's a little dirty. We'll just hope that's going to be fine right there. We'll just keep these guys out here out of the way. I'm probably going to need to remove my phone from my pocket, grab my knife to cut stuff, put a little bit of water in this booger. Ooh, there's going to be some spiders in the first mix. Excellent. I love it when a spider comes together. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. All right. Whoa, icky. Concrete. I wonder, here's the question, $1 million question. One bag at a time? Yes, one bag at a time. 80 pounds, going up. Oh God, oh God. Well, that didn't work out. Get out of there, get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. Don't breathe that. It's really bad for you. Whatever. Manual labor kind of bull crap we got going on here. Okay. Get in there, lock it. Oh. All right, old things, malfunction. Malfunction. Soupy gooey, lovely, awesome stuff. Yeehaw and good luck. Okay, so just for the sakes of madness, we'll probably speed this up. Okay, so you missed the part where we took the 2x4 across the frame and screwed that off because it started raining. And now we're on to the float portion. We'll get all these air bubbles out of here. Just working this guy out. I think she's gonna be a beauty. And again, just working these air bubbles out and bringing it flat. We're not going for perfect because this is going to be a smoker sitting on top of it, possibly a grill. I don't know. We'll see. You know, doing concrete in the rain is kind of funny. What's even funnier is this thing makes the tractor and on that 10 by 10 tent look really little. I think this might be kind of big. I don't know what's going on. Let's go see if this thing's ready to brush up, though. Had to stop for breakfast because I was starving. Ooh, look at that. I think probably we can do some brushing and some edging now. All right, I'm gonna set you down. Just taking my brush here. Putting a little texture on. You know, I did not time how long I sat and had breakfast because I cooked it too. But surely it's plenty of time. Float. 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 Head on out. Gosh, it's so pretty. Alright, let's try not to mess it up. Here we go. Let's get you in here on this long one. Gonna do some concrete. Doing some concrete stuff. Take some patience. Love the patience. Come on, concrete. Get up in there. One, two, three, go. That's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Let's make sure I can get in these screw holes again when I need to. Because that would be awful if I couldn't take the form off, wouldn't it? Oh, dang, boy. You good. You good. You real good. All right, here we go. Final one. Final. It's the final. Don't mess it up. 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 Excellent. All right, we got us a brush finish. Nice rounded over edges. I think if I were a smoker, I would be delighted to sit on that spot right there. That's beautiful. All right, so this is where you'll walk in. You'll come up the little hill right there through the little forest. That's a black cherry tree, by the way. This will all be covered. This is a hangout area. There'll be a countertop there, and a countertop there with some built-in benches. And all along the back right there, that whole area right there will be large prep station area. Underneath will be where we store the wood, because it'll be out of the rain, because there's a hangover roof and a hangover spot right there for the prep station. And then the smoker, the prize, the piece de la resistance will hang right there. And then people can sit right there and look in and hang out and have beverages and food. And then people can sit inside at a bench right here and look out there to the beautifulness that we have here. Yeah, but that's our concrete pad for the smoker. I hope that you enjoyed thoroughly this video that I made basically for myself. No sponsors, zero money. I just get, well, I'll tell you the secret. I quit drinking. I just lift weights and do stuff now. Like build smoke shacks and pour concrete pads for smokers to sit on, so that I can make videos with all my toys that I have, because I really don't do much of that video stuff anymore either. Yeah, I'm moving into my twilight retirement age, and this is the beneficiary. And also, I know you can't see that way out there, but Dacia is cleaning the camper in the rain. So, end of the concrete pad. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye. Ow. Oh my gosh, Becky. Look at that butt. Well, apparently there was a cat in here last night. Can't have nothing.